What is up, Be More Brew Crew? May the 4th be with you.
Hey. That's right.
What is up? We are here doing our annual Star Wars review. We got Star Wars playing in the background. We got a new reviewer here with us tonight. This is not Neighbor James. I should call you Neighbor John. Neighbor John. So, quick little story. I've said hi. We've said hi a couple times. You've been out walking your dog and stuff like that.
Yep.
But then he came by the other night. He was walking his dog, and I was like, dude, you got a Drink Local shirt on. And go ahead. I was like, I got out of my car. So I'm going to go say hi to him. He's a beer guy. And yeah, you said you used to work at a liquor store.
Yeah, I used to work in a liquor store. Familiar with some breweries and some craft beers. Great local beers we have around to drink from and to select from.
Very cool.
I'm happy to be here.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. So we got Adam and we got Ryan in the house, and we got a couple beers we're going to be trying tonight, a couple of the Crooked Crab Star Wars offerings, and we're going to go from lightest to heaviest, and we're going to start with Eric. You're the first one. Do you want to introduce that one?
We got Crabanobi.
Crabanobi.
It's a New England IPA. It's from the Crooked Crab Brewing Company.
Crooked Crab. That's one of my favorites. I love Crooked Crab.
Yeah, that's awesome. The can art alone is enough for just to even stop the flavors and the creativity.
Yeah.
And
they went, that's not Alec Guinness Obi-Wan.
No.
That's Ewan McGregor Obi-Wan.
Hazy Hoppy and Tropical.
So that is the can art on that one. Coming in at 7%. 7% ABV. I'm going to read what it says here. It says, hop to the extreme with fruity Citra, Mosaic Incognito, Brew 1, Nectaron hops for an explosion of sweet citrus, ripe pineapple, and fruity tropical punch flavors. May the haze be with you. All right, may the haze be with you.
On the 4th.
And we literally have Obi-Wan Crabnobi, I guess. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Here, I know you want to take a closer look at that.
Very nice.
And you like to investigate, Adam, to see if there's like anything hidden that we miss.
They got the double suns. They got the evaporator. They had Luke's house. The beard's on point. You gotta say that.
So they're on Tatooine.
Yes.
See, I know my Star Wars stuff. Remember last year though they had like the secret hidden. I think that was one of the firm beers that we.
Yeah, it was firm. Yeah.
That had the secret little code message in there.
Yeah, it's nice. Nothing too crazy this time.
Yeah, it's nice. The Crooked Crab's usually pretty simple. They just throw the crab in there.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's crack them.
All right.
Actually, you know what? We could probably go a little bigger glasses because we have, 50-50.
You can probably crack that.
Yeah, crack it open. Crack-a-lacka. I love the can cracks.
Ready?
There's probably another glass over there.
Here.
Tell me when you want to go to that stuff.
Oh, you can grab one of these. Oh, there you go. That's one of my Abbey Wood glasses there.
All right.
Look at that. Okay.
Good color.
That is a quality color. Actually, grab me my cards over there. I've got my.
I see you got it set.
That's right. So this first one, this is hazy. So we're gonna go around there. We'll get the hazy. So check out the color on that.
It's a little lighter than the picture.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you mean lighter than the picture? Well, that's the range that could be. That's like it's on the lighter end of the range, but it's right there. So it should have a little bit of a perceived bitterness. It's going to have that citrusy notes.
Definitely a citrus.
I love the citrus. I love haze. Haze for days for me. Did you already drink it?
Right. I mean, I smelled it already.
Oh, okay. I was like, you can't drink
it.
We got to go with the nose.
Getting any of the pineapple?
We should lay down the ground rules before you started.
Let's see. I mean, for me, yeah, I'm getting a little pineapple.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the bulk what I'm getting. Maybe like a little bit of Maybe grapefruit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe. But
All right, let's hit it.
All right.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
cheers.
Haze
All
for
right.
days.
Cheers.
Yep.
May the haze be with you.
So just so you know, we used to do reviews, right? That's how the whole Brew Crew got started.
Okay.
We used to do reviews. That's how we started down here in the basement. We were bored in the wintertime. Everybody brings some beers over, and we would review them and have fun and do them on the YouTube channel. But then some of the brewers were, you know, like not in love with the fact that we were like breaking down beers and giving them numbers. And
Of course.
Yeah.
so we started gravitating toward just commenting on the beers. But if you're a good beer drinker, then we will totally accept any scores that you want to provide for
Yes.
the beer.
Gotcha.
Now this one, it's interesting because I was expecting more citrus notes
Yeah.
because I got citrus on the head, but then,
It kind of mutes it.
well, it's still good. It's just not what I was expecting based on the nose.
Do you think it's more because it is like more of a New England style? Usually,
Well, is it?
the
Did they,
haze.
did they say?
Yeah, it's any.
Did they say whether it was a New England
Yep.
or a West Coast? Oh yeah, New England IPA. Yeah, I guess so. It's definitely a little more bitter than I was expecting.
Yeah.
But I like bitter, so I like it.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Yeah, it's got great color. Not much carbonation though.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Well, I did actually not too much. I mean, not too bad carbonation, but you have to see it in the light from a certain point of view. You know.
Right. I mean, I like it. It's good for me.
Oh yeah, this is good. It's a good start.
Maybe we should rate it in metachlorians.
I'm like OG guy.
0 to 1,000,000.
I'm not on a Nickelodeon.
Then what would you rate it on? Like you need a solid, like something to rate this on. Come on, Ryan. We
good.
need like number of Sith Lords 0 to 5.
I think it's
actually
like,
maybe more
it's like
than
a Carrie Fisher.
It's not that kind of beer.
Oh, sorry.
Now, are we talking like when Harry met Sally, Carrie Fisher? Or are we talking Princess Leia,
Princess
episode
Leia.
5?
Princess Leia.
Okay,
My poor mother.
episode 6, I should say. Episode 6 was the bikini, right?
Yeah,
All right, that was episode 6.
I was 7 when I came out. My mother, I think she took us theater. She's like, I don't think she was prepared for that.
Was that 83?
Yeah,
83 is when episode 6 came out. So I was 3. The last time the Royals won the World Series.
Yeah.
You're the oldest
I'm
of us?
81, baby.
I'll be 51
Oh, so
this weekend.
I got you by 1 year because I was 1980,
Yeah, you're 80.
and you're going to be 50,
51
51.
this year.
And
Actually,
I'll be 49.
this weekend.
oh. Wait, Sunday?
It's actually Monday, but
Oh, Monday.
Okay.
I was like, wait a second.
We're going to
I'm either-
celebrate on Saturday.
I was like, we're either going to be together on your birthday because you're going out to the craft beer festival, or I
Yeah.
was like, Sunday's Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Yes, if you're watching this, don't forget that next Sunday, a week from today, is Mother's Day. So if you haven't ordered from Amazon yet, you might want to get on that.
That would get your reservations in order.
Yes, that would be.
Yeah.
Pick
For
up
the
some
brunch.
flowers, a card.
Well,
something.
Are you
easier.
a go out to eat kind of guy on Mother's Day?
My wife loves fine dining. So this won't be a fine dining experience, but we'll be going out somewhere.
So what do you consider fine? Like around here, around Baltimore, what do you consider
G-Day.
fine dining?
So the last really good fine dining place I went to, it's a Michelin star winner. It was in, where is it called? It's called, I can't remember. What is it called? Bain Rouge. It's over it's in Easton.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
very nice.
it's like over there in the water.
Welcome to Easton, people. They're very nice over there.
I was just in
Yeah.
Annapolis
So
So
yesterday.
my wife is
They
from
sound like-
France.
Ah.
So
Your wife's from France?
Yeah,
I've
she's
never met
born
your
in
wife.
France.
France.
She's born in France. She's been here since '88.
Oh, nice.
They came over in '88 and
Well, what part of France?
Paris.
Oh, Paris.
Wow.
But her
I've been-
family is from the southern part of France.
Oh, okay.
So she's really into cuisine.
That is pretty
We do
impressive.
a lot of cooking and stuff like that. So she really likes.
I've flown over it.
Let's be best friends, buddy. I know we just
Oh,
met. I would
like,
be.
yeah, I like. Yeah, I cooked. I mean, I cooked this morning. I mean, for Easter, I made some rack of lamb.
Nice. Nice.
I like to cook. You probably smell the grill. I got the green egg over there always
Yeah.
going.
I've got my smoke. I love doing stuff on my smoker
Yeah.
too, but
Yeah, I did a leg lamb smoked a leg lamb for
Leg of
Easter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, I completely forgot. I'm like, we got back from Florida. I'm like, I have nothing to make, so the last thing I could find to the store.
Oh yeah.
So
Costco still has a bunch of them left. I went there
they
and
were
grabbed
closed
them.
by the time I got there.
Yeah, they were good. I like to take it when you can, if I remember, to make the crown.
Yeah.
You take it, crown, put it in there, put the foil on the tips.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
I didn't really care this year. I didn't go too hard.
now I'm getting hungry.
Yeah. I got a
For those.
I got a 16-year-old, so I make ribs, and
Yeah.
I get the 3-pack, and
Yeah.
he literally takes 2 rib racks down. That's just him.
like it.
Don't you find it like this? I feel like it's like you got people who say, "Oh, I'll have a rib or two," and then there's the people who eat the entire rack.
Their whole
I'm like,
rack.
look, let me know if you want some ribs.
Yep.
I'll feed you, but you need to let
You
me
need,
know.
yeah, I need to do portion control. What you're
Portion
gonna eat.
control for
Yeah.
ribs.
Exactly.
I taught him how to make ribs. Like he made his own McRibs, like literally fully from scratch, except for raising the pigs, right?
Yeah.
And man, that kid dominated that stuff like crazy. Excuse me. I seen him make like a quarter of a brisket. He's like, oh, I'm hungry. And of course, he's 16, so he's 0% body fat.
He could eat everything. Yeah. He's a machine.
This beer would go good with ribs.
That's right.
It would.
We're bringing it back to beer.
That's right.
Yes, this would go great with a rack of ribs. And just so you know, I'm a whole rack of ribs kind of guy.
Okay, so
All right, so we're gonna rate. I'm gonna rate it because I'm still reviewing my beers. I'm giving this one 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 for me.
Yeah, I mean it's good, it's solid. I like it. Corky Crab never lets me down. I'm the harshest critic here, so I'll probably 3.8, but still that's good.
Yeah,
I was a 3.9.
3.9.
Yeah.
And our rookie
I'm
review.
gonna
You
go-
don't have to, man. You
all
don't
right,
have to lay
so
down a review.
I'm gonna go.
Nope.
I'm gonna go with
Rate that beer.
a 4. I feel like everything that it said it was.
Let's
The
go.
only thing I did not like about it is I thought that it could have had more of the citrus
Yeah, that
flavor
definitely-
to it, that
It teased it.
profile.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely smelt it, but then on the back end, I was expecting more. Didn't have it on the back end, but
This wasn't the worst beer for teasing us for flavor. The pecan Christmas beer. Remember that one time?
Oh yeah.
It smelled amazing. Then all of a sudden, I was like,
We
where's-
drank it. It was like, oh man,
Nothing.
what is that? Yeah. Holy smokes.
Liar.
All right, so let's get the next one out. So that was the Crooked Crab Newbie. So we had 2 4s, a 3.8, and a 3.9.
Yep.
Now we're gonna get this next one. I'm excited about because it's a Czech dark lager.
Rinse out real quick.
you're
Yeah,
I
yeah,
had
yeah.
a little bit left. I didn't know if anybody wanted it.
What?
anymore.
Jeez Louise.
Just sit back here before.
Well,
I'm gonna stick back there.
go ahead. Adam's gonna sneak back. He's going underneath.
Don't look at my bald spot.
You made it, dude. We didn't even know that you were
All right.
underneath there. That's awesome. So cheers. I'm gonna drink the heck out of this. There isn't any left.
Thank you.
I'll do the dishes on the next round.
Gotcha.
So for those of you who don't know, when you turn the little camera around, we got like a little wet bar. So Adam's like rinsing out the glasses. All right.
I'm sure that sounds
I'm gonna
interesting. I'll
sneak
watch
down
it.
to the beer fridge and grab the next one.
Push it back towards
How many people you got online watching?
I don't
Oh,
know.
2.
2 people.
That's right.
Did you watch
Dos
Star Wars
meals.
today? Did you watch any Star Wars today?
I
you-
watched episode 4.
Did anybody
No,
dress
episode
up
3,
like
I
a
watched
Star
4.
Wars figure today?
I did see because I woke up at Jellystone camping this weekend,
Yeah.
All right, cool.
and
cool.
I did see Baloo with not Baloo. Who's the big bear?
Bluey?
No, the bear from from Jellystone
Yogi,
Park.
Yogi Bear.
Yeah,
It's Yogi Bear, man.
Yogi was tooling around with a
Freaking Yogi Bear.
he's a
We left Star
lightsaber this
Wars and
weekend.
went to-
So
Yogi had a
Yeah.
lightsaber.
That's right.
It's confusing.
What did
Wait,
Boo Boo have? Was Boo Boo there?
Boo Boo was there. I see Boo was a lightsaber.
All right.
Which one's this?
This is the Czech Dark Lager.
I'm lucky I didn't see Cindy Bear in a outfit. So that was
A little bit
that was
of
good.
Darth Maul.
Let's see, where's it?
That's on point. Fire.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't memorized all the cards yet. Czech Dark Lager. We don't need the cards.
Wait.
What's that?
Kenobi! All right, so you guys.
Oh yeah,
I
we
didn't.
got like arch enemies
That's
here.
right. My son can do the voice, like the whole Kenobi, like that voice.
That's Ray. Wow, Ray.
No,
The
Ray.
actor.
Ray does the movies. There's another one that does the cartoon, the Clone Wars, and that's who did the Kenobi. Like,
Oh, okay. Poor Darth Maul though. Like he can never win. He's,
I know.
he's been cut in half. Darth Maul. All right, that's the next one. Is Darth Malt.
That's right.
But I'm excited for this Czech Dark Lager. All right, who wants to do this one?
Go.
Got it? Nope.
You're good.
All the old people can't read.
That's right.
Great public school.
Public
Yeah.
service announcement.
That's right.
Exactly.
Levin Eye Care.
All right, so once again, Crooked Crab Darth Malt Czech Dark Lager, 5.2% ABV. Go ahead. I'll let you read this one, John. Go ahead, man. Unless you do need glasses. You're an assistant principal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 5.2%. It's a pint. Join the dark side with this Czech lager, brewed with rich Munich and chocolate malt, and hopped with Nob Saz for surprisingly smooth flavor and superior drinkability.
Saz is good.
Saz is great.
I love Czech Dark Lagers. I know they're not for everybody, but
Do love me a good lager.
yeah. I'm excited for this one. Darth Maul. I always love Darth Maul. Duel of Fates, episode
Right.
1. And then, Clone Wars.
Oh yeah.
Or what's it? But he also showed up in the other one.
He showed up in the Han Solo movie at the end of it,
Oh, yeah, the post-credit scene.
and that was supposed to roll into like where he was like took control of the underworld,
Mm-hmm.
and that never happened because
Cracking.
Darth Kathleen ruined the entire series for everybody.
Oh, man. Look at all that leftover water.
All right, pour up. You ready? All right.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thanks, sir.
Go.
Oh, it's a little spillage. What the hell am I doing? Oh, here you go.
At least you only have to walk upstairs. That's okay.
This is going to be easy to rate. I mean, look at the color on that.
Yeah.
It's a Czech Dark Lager. It's on point. It's got a little bit of a frothy head there.
oh wow, that
Doesn't have any head.
Woo!
oh that's
Is there,
definitely
wait a minute. I wasn't paying attention to the description. Is there coffee in this?
It says dark malt.
Dark malt.
What's
Noble
So
the
it's
says-
definitely chocolate notes.
Yeah, I mean, I got the chocolate, but I thought I got a hint of coffee.
chocolate malt will give you coffee flavor.
The
Smell
next two
that.
are going to be darker. So we got the Czech Dark Lager, and then we got the dessert pastry stout, I think.
Mm.
I forget which one the Saber is, but oh, it smells lovely. It smells delicious.
Uh-oh.
What?
Troubled neighborhood.
Good old Han and Chewie. Episode 4.
Wait, that didn't sound bad.
Yeah, you guys are missing out. This is a wonderful Czech Dark Lager. I can tell I'm going to like this already. Adam, did you notice anything on the...
No.
The only thing I'm not liking about this is it looks like Darth Maul.
Yeah.
It's got fire in the background, but when was Darth Maul ever fighting with fire? Because he wasn't on Mustafar. It looks like he's in Mustafar,
Yeah.
but he fought in Tatooine. He fought in Naboo,
Naboo, yeah.
and then whatever planet they were on in Clone Wars.
Which is Tatooine where he died.
But I don't. That looks like the Mustafar system, dude. Yeah, John, I know we're dorks here, dude. Like,
I don't. It's the same.
Maybe some training
same
camp.
art.
that's my problem with the can art on that one.
All right.
I mean, unless he was training on the Mustafar system, like Darth
Yeah.
Maul never had like fire. You see what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, they got fire and stuff. Like he's in hell. Maybe he's in hell. That's what it is.
That
Darth Maul is-
that or the lava.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump in. I'm tired of getting teased here.
Yeah.
All right, boys.
All right.
So I was happy with the last one. Now let's go with this one.
That's nice.
That is. So that more hits based on the nose than the other one did
Yeah.
for me. It's like the
Definitely carries through.
notes are almost consistent with the nose. It's like almost identical. But yeah, it's mostly the chocolate malt.
Yes, the chocolate malt stuff is there. All of those notes are there.
Crooked Crab, you nailed this one.
Yeah, this is good.
If you like Czech Dark Lager, my favorite Czech Dark Lager though is Conspiracy. I absolutely love the Conspiracy Dark Lager
That is good.
over at Guilford, which is my friend Ryan does it up, man. Ryan, you're over. Well, now he's with Fifth Company. Ryan, you know you're the man. I love you, dude. Hey, Bradley Jones, cheers. May the force be with you, Bradley. Nice to see you, buddy. This one's a good one. Oh, what do you think? You said you're a lager guy?
I do like lagers. I like lagers that have more. Well, actually, no, not lagers.
Pilsners. I don't know.
Darker beer that has head.
Stouts,
No,
porters.
Stouts and
Porter.
porters. At first, I didn't like them, but I do like them. I can only drink like one or two.
They're heavy.
But they're heavy.
Yeah.
They get the job done. I feel like it's a very like specific drink time to drink it. You know, it's like
Yeah.
one
There's usually it's like a dessert. That's why a
it's
lot
like
of
a
them call it a
dessert.
dessert beer. Yeah.
dessert beer.
See, you missed out. You weren't friends with us when we did our beer. We did a Be More Brew Crew beer with Red Brick, and it was a podunk chocolort porter.
Yep.
And
Ranking
I would
pretty
love
high.
yeah,
Ranking
I
pretty
love
high.
that.
It was.
That was nice.
yeah.
That was very nice.
Porter's where it's at. I really enjoy them.
I pretty much love them all. It's funny. I wasn't a big IPA guy until I got COVID. Until I got COVID in 2021, I would deal with some IPAs, but it wasn't my favorite. But then whatever COVID did to me, it like I love IPAs these days.
Yeah.
Haze for days. I like the bitterness. I like
Maybe that was probably genetic
dry
change.
hop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with coffee though. I love coffee now, and I never loved coffee before COVID.
Yeah, I always never care. No, I'm extremely picky about coffee, but I'll drink it now to my wife's shock.
Mhm.
So
But you load it up with a sweetener.
no,
No, black.
No.
That's the way I go. I go black.
So yeah,
Or cream.
black or what I like with my coffee is I'll take a little like foam up the cream, whatever. Whisk it and just throw it on the top. But you want the coffee to give you like all the coffee notes. I think that just makes it
so
better.
we were in Italy and I tried espresso and cappuccino there, and I'm like, oh, this is actually good.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, and talked to a bunch of my friends who were coffee snobs. Like, yeah, we just don't make it right here. We just burn the hell out of it.
we
I'm
burn
like,
the hell out of it. They put the little lemon in there. They put the
Yeah.
raw sugar cube in it.
that's all I
It's on
do.
point.
The best place around here is for me is that Baltimore Coffee and Tea place for finding like coffee that's decent to grind or to use.
Yeah.
Is that the one in Hunt Valley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But my daughter used to go to that gymnastic spot there.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's a hall.
Yeah.
That's not a quick drive.
Yeah.
Now, see, I love the beers with coffee though. Like the Blackbeard's Breakfast that I've got down in the beer fridge. That's one of my favorite beers of the year, and that's like
It's
the
a
coffee
good
and
one.
chocolate.
That's a really good one.
You like it?
Yeah, there's another one that I used another beer. It's not a Baltimore. It's not a Maryland beer. It is. I think it's peanut butter or waffles.
What?
Waffles.
It's like peanut butter or waffles, but it's
It's like a Dennis
porter
Leary
style.
joke. What?
It's a porter style.
What is this in my coffee?
Yeah, it's a
What?
porter style. If I can remember the name of it, I'm trying to remember.
So it's kind of like a maple or something. Like it's got like
Kinda.
maple notes or something.
Yeah,
It sounds good.
It's the Dennis Leary joke, the coffee flavored coffee.
I've never heard that one. I know Dennis Leary.
Somebody put pancakes and waffles in my coffee.
I'm not familiar with that, but I
Oh
love.
my god, that's hilarious.
I remember getting in trouble though, because back in the day, like he had that song "I'm an Asshole."
Yeah.
And I would,
Leo.
and I would
Yeah.
go around as a teenager singing that song. And my mom
Oh
would be
my God.
so mad at me. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the song that my parents didn't like at first was "Parents Don't Understand." It came out when I was 11.
that's Will Smith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's Will Smith. I
DJ
mean,
Jazzy Jeff.
oh yeah, I was at church camp, and I heard these kids singing it, and I look around, and it was my older brother who was in like the adventure camp. This is church camp, the adventure camp, right? And they're in like camo paint and like camo like face paint and like mirrored sunglasses, just singing. I'm like, wow, that was pretty good. Hopefully he's not listening or seeing this, so I'm okay for saying this. But I thought, oh, that's pretty freaking cool. I'm like, I wish I was in adventure camp. I'm just a little lonely Blue Jay or Robin or whatever it was. So
Well, I feel you. I love Will Smith. So my Will Smith songs, I like the Nightmare on My Street, the Freddie
oh,
Krueger
yeah, I
song.
think that's pretty good.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was.
I've heard it. What's your favorite Will Smith song?
I don't know.
I like Welcome to Miami.
You gotta
Or
go with
Sweat.
that.
Wild Wild West.
Well,
Wild Wild West.
That's right.
the movie kind of sucked, but I love the
Yeah.
song. Men in
That-
Black.
That was
Black.
another 4th of July movie, by the way.
Oh, it was?
He's had a bunch of 4th of July releases.
Huh.
Independence
Men in
Day.
Black,
of Bel-Air.
Independence Day, Wild Wild West.
Well, he draws
that was
a
back in the
crowd.
day when they would draw the cloud, and the 4th of July weekend was reserved for A-listers and blockbusters. That's how they made their year quota for the year.
Did any of you guys see Thunderbolts this weekend?
Did not.
I saw it. Did you see it?
No, but I saw it, like spoiler for your review. So you said you liked the first half, but the second half was weird.
The first 2/3.
They are claiming that this is the best Marvel movie.
Since when?
Well,
That's in the previews, but
yeah. So I saw a ton of people like really hyping it that saw the movie and like loved it. I did not like where it went the last third of the movie. I thought the ending was garbage. But I guess if you're like a super fan of the comics, then you liked
Yeah.
it.
I mean, they like the family. I have people like the family dynamic about it. They really like that. But it was also like, I heard people like, why is Bucky here? He's not really part of the movie. And then it's just like,
Bucky, yeah.
but it's like, I've heard people like, first third was, second one, either they didn't like the first third and loved the last third, or liked the first third and hated the last third. And then like the middle was like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting out of all the reviews. But if it's still better than most of what they put out lately, which is
Okay. Yes, it was better.
dialogue is so terrible in these movies anymore lately.
Yeah, it definitely felt more like an Avengers movie, which is kind of cool. But there's a creative decision early on that you're like, what the heck? And then they recover from it. And then whatever. It's fun. You should see it. If you're a Marvel fan, you should see it. It's been a lot worse Phase 5 movies.
Yeah.
And I think this ends Phase 5.
Yes, it doesn't.
This ends Phase 5 was garbage.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What's up next? I try to keep up with
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, fantastic.
So the redo for Fantastic Four.
Well, it's not. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
they're
'cause the other
redoing because of the
ones
Fox movies or
Yeah.
whatever. But
this will be under the Marvel brand.
But I will warn you though, okay, because my one thing, I hate trailers and stuff that give away too much information. I think that was my problem with the Red Hulk movie, Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that all the.
did you
I
see
didn't
that?
see it yet, but I heard that all the scenes.
They reshot it 3 or 4 times. You hear about that? They kept reshooting it.
We're talking about Marvel and
Like,
Star Wars.
Mackie was like, there's a recording of Mackie, like they're actually doing like shots, but they didn't have a script because they were doing retakes. And he's like, I just want a script. And you see this poor guy's like, just give me a script.
He's a consummate freaking professional when it comes to that. He takes
Yes.
it serious.
But he's like, I mean, I don't blame him.
Yeah,
I'm like,
fuck
oh.
yeah.
He's a good actor.
Oh, yeah, I
like
love
Anthony Mackie. I don't mind him as
Good
this
daddy
version of
sandwich.
Captain
That's
America.
Captain America, yeah.
But my problem with that movie is like the whole build up to the movie was shown in the trailers. You're supposed to like not know what's going on.
Yeah.
And then it's like it's building to the Red Hulk, which it's in the trailer. So it's like
But I feel like that's just where they have to go now because
To get
people don't
people
go
in
to the
seats.
movies
yeah.
as much anymore.
Yeah.
So
But-
it's just like you gotta hook them.
But I will say though
true.
that the major post credit scene in the new Thunderbolts movie gives away way too much. I think it gives away a big plot point in Fantastic Four.
Is there
Got
going to be
it.
a review coming up with the Flints?
Oh. I should have done it already because I went and saw it Thursday, but I didn't. Oh well. Whatever. All right, we got to review this beer. back
to the reason we're here.
Back to the Star Wars. Let's talk Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Back to reality. That's right.
I don't know if it's legit. Someone just said they announced like a Darth Vader show or something like that. Is that legit?
So there is. So there's he has like the biggest Star Wars channel too. It's YouTube. What's his name?
Fan Theory, Star Wars Fan Theory. That we talking about?
I think it is. Yeah, and he has actually a Vader Part 1 that was like huge. And it was actually really good. And then Disney came after him, and then George was like, "What are you doing? This is the best thing. This is better than what you've done." And so they let it go, and now there's the second part's coming. I don't think it's out. It might be out this weekend. I know there's people dropped a trailer on it.
Okay.
But it was like considered better. Like the trailer did better than almost anything they've done trailer wise in Star Wars for the past like 3 or 4 years.
Well, I know there's a lot of hype for this Andor show, but I didn't see it for season 2, but I haven't seen it yet. So
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either. But
all right, well, let's do a number review. So Darth Malt, this one, can art. I don't love the can art. Sorry. I mean, you just can't throw up flames behind crabby Darth Malt because he was never in a fiery planet, as far as I know. So that's my geekdom. But for the beer, dude, I'm loving the beer. I'm going like.
So I wasn't loving it starting out, but now that I've drank like a glass and a half,
I gotta sit out the other one. All right, wait real quick. I don't mean to cut you off. I'm going to sit out the next beer because Earl, the GM over at Crooked Crab, told me that it needs to sit a little bit for really some of the notes to pop. So I'm going to take it out of the fridge and let it start to sit.
I'm glad I could make you.
Go ahead, Ryan. You finish your finish.
I didn't really care for it a whole lot when we first poured it, but now that I've drank a glass and a half of it, I really like it a lot. It's really great.
All right, so this is the big boy that we got on deck here. This Dark Saber, this Knob Creek barrel aged stout.
That's great.
Yeah, dessert stout. This is a 13%.
That's what I like.
I'll see you tomorrow, honey.
Yeah.
But Earl over at Crooked Crab said, "Hey man, let it sit out a little bit. The notes will really pop when you let it sit and not drink it cold." So maybe we should crack another one real quick and just
hang out.
Open this one.
Yeah, and then we'll just let that sit there for a
open
minute.
that and let it sit.
Yeah.
So you want to rate this one?
Let's rate this one. We'll go ahead and we'll rate the Darth Maul. I'm quite simply I'm really enjoying that. I'm going like 4.4 on 4 out of 5 on this one.
I'm gonna go 4.5 because there's always room for improvement. I'm not gonna go with the 5, but
nice.
Great.
I'm gonna go 4.1.
4.1. Well, you got out of the 3s.
That's just my personal preference.
It's all good.
I'll still stay in the 3. It's just 3.9. I do like it, but again, for me, coffee notes get with beer not exactly my thing. So yeah, it's all right. I still like it though.
All right.
So we need to wait some time while that warms up.
I've got a couple things in the beer fridge. If you guys are up for it, while we're letting that sit a little bit, we can have a little appetizer.
Yeah. The Amish stuff's still warm, so unfortunately.
So I was going to share a little story since it's May 4th.
It's not 4th of July.
Yeah,
we're cutting Ryan off.
May 4th.
All right.
So everybody knows who Dave Filoni is, right? Dave Filoni, director of the Clone Wars.
Yes.
So if you go back to
from Pittsburgh,
he's from Pittsburgh. If you go back to 1993, I found myself sitting in class with Dave Filoni in Introduction to Animation class at Edinburgh University.
And what bird?
And so we went through Edinburgh University
north of Pittsburgh.
Up in north of Pittsburgh. And so me and my buddy Ken Hale, Ken was in traditional animation with Dave. I was in the computerized side of things, but we were all in the initial class for animation. And he was by far better than all of us in class.
Did you draw a lot of wolves?
And his first animation in class, for all of you Star Wars fans, was actually a rabbit.
Huh.
Wow.
And he did it all by pencil, and it was this rabbit running through this garden. And that was his first project in animation class during his freshman year in college.
Huh.
So, but he then, obviously graduated. I was a year ahead of him, but he graduated a year behind me. And we never talked again because he became rich and famous and conquered the world. And
Not the San Francisco.
I'm doing reviews with Sean in his basement.
Yeah, there's right. Shut up.
It's a great place to be.
So you're
But
saying
it was
that
awesome.
he just hasn't cut it like you have. That's just what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's understandable.
No, it was just it's cool because my buddy Ken and I will always be like, yeah, we know that guy, but he won't acknowledge it anymore. So
All right. Do you guys want a Blackbeard's breakfast or a podunk porter?
Ooh, you're gonna offer up the podunk?
What?
Blackbeard breakfast.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to stay a little bit on the heavier side. I don't want to go back to a hazy.
I hear you. I'll go with the breakfast. You probably it's probably gonna have
I'll do the
maple
breakfast.
notes,
Okay.
That's fine.
or is it gonna have syrup or chocolate?
Well, it's going to be coffee and chocolate.
Yeah.
I probably don't even need to rinse out the glasses for this one.
I doubt it.
All right. Got a couple Blackbeard's breakfast to hold us over while the Dark Saber is getting toasty.
I'm gonna go grab that 6-pack and bring it down.
Oh, yeah. Adam was just in Lancaster and brought us some toy. Here you go.
All right.
You wanna- Here, I'll pour for Adam and I, this side of the room. Heavy Seas, taking a trip down the road to Heavy Seas.
Heavy Seas is great.
Heavy Seas is the OG.
Yeah.
So there we go. Heavy Seas, Blackbeard's breakfast. We're going to be drinking some of that while we're waiting for our Dark Saber to get nice and toasty a little bit. Not too toasty, but enough.
So this weekend, for those of you who haven't,
Oh yeah, the Craft Beer Fest. Let's talk about the Craft Beer
Craft
Festival.
Beer Festival is coming up. So if you haven't bought your tickets, I would recommend you do so. If you can you still get tickets?
You can still get tickets all weekend. Saturday is looking beautiful right now. You're going to be out there. I'm going to be out there.
Okay.
Have you ever been?
I've definitely been before. Is this the one that is in Simonia?
It's in Frederick.
In Frederick.
This is the big
We
one
were
in
talking
Frederick.
The big one in Frederick.
Yeah. This
I've
one.
not been to the big one in Frederick.
So
I've definitely
BAM does two of these festivals. The first one, the big one, is the one in Frederick every year. That's usually in May. And dude, there's gonna be hundreds. I mean, literally hundreds of beers
Yeah.
from all your favorite local breweries. And then they do the one in the fall, which isn't as big, but it's still banging.
It's fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nothing like fall.
Dude, if you're free Saturday, you should come along with us.
I just got a soccer game, but I'll see what I can do.
A soccer
You
game.
look like you have the
You've
sniffles.
probably been to 20 soccer games, though.
Yeah.
Your daughter plays soccer.
She plays soccer and she's in competitive gymnastics.
Are you a coach?
No.
Just
I'm just a
Root you
dad
on, parent.
rooting and taking her to practice. She
well,
practices
it's important.
9 hours a week.
So,
Okay. That was a week.
Yeah, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays. She's competitive and she travels.
Hopefully, one of the two of you gets paid for that. I'm sure it's not you.
Look, we're banking on NIL money, right?
That's true.
So,
hey, if you can
to
get it,
NIL.
you can get it, take it.
I just let
there you
her
go.
have a college.
Well,
Okay,
Heavy Seas will be out there. Carolyn will probably be out there with us.
Nice.
Bam will be out there. But Ryan, we're doing content creation for the festival. So
So
you'll
you'll be taking pictures and shooting video and flying drones and
if you
That's
guys
awesome.
if you guys want to come out and do an interview with us, we're going to be doing some like man on the street type interviews. We're going to be
Oh,
following
yeah.
some people around.
it's gonna be awesome.
For their first time at the festival, getting some cool footage, talking to some folks, talking to some brewers, some owners, and it's gonna be a fun time, man. And like I said, right now the weather's great.
Yeah,
Nice.
Not to spoil. I'm not gonna
working
wood
on it.
because for every year, if you guys remember, if you've been out there for years, every year was raining. For a couple years straight, it was like monsooning every year. But last year was beautiful, and this year is looking very beautiful. I'm gonna, you know what? I gotta text Justin and ask him how the weather's looking. Dude,
Try and
shout
shout a
out.
friend.
Okay, legit. I'm gonna do a shout out to Justin Burke right now.
Here we go. Let's go.
So, okay,
He's official.
no. Yeah, Justin and I were like really, really close. And he's a great guy. So
That's really
he
good.
knew that my wife and I yesterday for our anniversary we were going to go to Annapolis. He was the first one in the morning at like it wasn't even 7 a.m. yet. And he was like, "Hey, happy anniversary. Like, here's the weather forecast for Annapolis today." And he's like, he knew we were like going to go sailing possibly. And he was like, "The weather's looking fine as long as you're done, you know, in the afternoon. Here's when the storms were." He's sending me map pictures.
Wow.
And then like he checked
Hour
in
by
like,
hour.
yeah. And then dude, he checked in like later on. He's like, "Hey, how's it going? Like, you guys having a good time down there in Annapolis?" And that's when I say he's a good dude, like that's what kind of a friend and person he is, like legitimately. So
I just sent you places to eat, which is you can
You
tell
did.
is my thing.
Ryan, you sent me places to go.
Well,
You
where'd
sent me places to
Where'd
eat.
you go?
Oh man, yeah, where'd you go?
So we went to Crooked Crab.
I was gonna say.
beer.
Where did you go? Crooked Crab. Okay.
We did. We went to Crooked
You know,
Crab.
Amy loves you and she follows you to a
That's right.
brewery on your
He's supersized that for the little lady. It's an anniversary.
Yeah, so we went down to Crooked Crab. We got some crab cakes at G&M on our
Oh,
way
nice.
down for
Yeah.
lunch
Okay.
because Amy had never had a G&M crab cake, and so we had to get
Gotta do
G&M
that,
crab
yeah.
cakes. Then we went down to Crooked Crab. Then we drove down to Annapolis. We checked out, like we took some pictures in front of the State House and
Awesome.
the Senate and stuff like that.
The Senate.
We went to a little coffee shop that was like a sort of like mini art gallery. I forget the name of it.
On Main Street? The one on Main Street, or
Yeah, it was some sort
Like
of
in like right out the circle.
it was a
Yeah.
little bit further down from the circle, yeah,
Okay.
but like not long, like a
it's
2-minute
not-
walk.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
the Starbucks.
No, it wasn't a
Yeah.
Starbucks. It was a cute little coffee shop, and we sat there. We got like a couple little things and had some coffee. Then we went down by the water in Ego Alley,
Mhm.
and actually we went in like an Irish shop, a couple little shops along the way. We went shopping. We decided not to go on the boat tour though,
Mhm.
because it was departing later, and we weren't sure what the weather, and then it was like really busy, so we're like, no. We saw the yachts and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Did you see any yachts come down Ego Alley and try to make the turn at the end?
Not making the turn, but they were docking.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, there were some that were coming and docking. I have some.
So when it gets really
videos.
busy, they'll come down and they'll do a U, right? Do
Yeah.
a U-turn and go back up. And when I used to have the big boat, we came down and that place was just packed. I didn't know I was going to make the turn, man. And everybody's watching you.
Pressure's on.
We got it. We didn't hit anything, but it was like, whoo, this was tight.
Throw the
John,
bu-
you're a couple years too late.
Extra
Ryan doesn't have a
bumpers
boat anymore.
Sorry.
Oh,
Darn.
Well, he's not
you
going.
got rid of the money pit?
I did. I did.
So yeah. I love Ego Alley. But where'd you guys eat at?
So we ate at G&M's. We didn't eat
You didn't
down
eat
in
down there.
we
Okay.
didn't eat we didn't eat in Annapolis. They were
Did you
actually
go to
having
the
like
ice
a
cream shop?
There's tons of ice cream
Yeah,
shops.
this-
No.
oh,
We went to the coffee shop and we had gotten some
Okay.
dessert stuff in the coffee shop.
Yeah.
And we walked around the Naval Academy.
And I
Which
sent
was
you
kinda
that,
cool.
Super awesome.
Ice cream and
Yeah.
foot shop, which is pretty good.
What was actually cool about the Naval Academy was that, you have to go through metal detectors and everything to get on campus.
Okay, but-
But I have my cat card. And I didn't realize by me having my cat card, we didn't have to wait in line, and we got to just go around all the metal
Look at
detectors
you.
and stuff because I had my cat card
Oh,
with
that's
me.
nice.
And I was just flexing. I was like, I'm going to show them my cat card. I didn't know it was going to get me around the metal detectors and things. And they're like, oh, yeah, you and your wife can go that way. So I was like, winning.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, and then we just walked around. What else did we do? There was a skate show going on. There was a skateboard competition down there.
Yeah, anything goes in Annapolis. I
Yeah.
got married there. Anything goes.
Oh, where'd you get married in Annapolis? We actually saw a couple getting married at that one church, like
I
right by
got
the
married
skate house.
at the Lowe's, but it's no longer called the Lowe's. It's called the University.
Is that a hotel?
It is a hotel.
Oh, okay.
They changed the theme. It's a nautical theme. It's now like a preppy nautical theme kind of
Oh yeah,
situation.
sure. Uh-huh.
But
Fun.
before it was just called the Lowe's. It was pretty great. Good location. All my friends kind of came in. Her family came in. around
My
the
buddy's
time.
the CISO for Lowe's Properties,
Okay.
and I'm very upset because they took away the privilege for friends and family
Yeah.
discount, and all the hotels around Universal Studios Florida are all run by
The
Lowe's.
Lowe's.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
Lowe's.
Mm.
And I'm
And-
like,
They emailed the hell out of us, man. Like it's crazy. But I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, their properties are pretty good.
oh, they're nice, but it's just like, can I not get a discount? I mean, it's like, no, I can't do it. He's even showing me. He's like, he feels bad. I'm even showing.
Just get an email.
He showed me an
confirmation.
email like where they this is the policy. And
Chris,
I'm like,
Chris and HR let us know.
I'm like, you're an executive, you jerk. Like overrule this stuff.
So we stayed at the Royal Pacific down there last year, and I think that's one of the Lowe's
Yeah,
properties. Yeah, that was a blast. 'Cause we got the express passes and everything for free for the studio.
I stayed at the Hard Rock, which is really neat. And then I was there for one night. I was there for a job interview, actually, or not, which was hilarious. My
Do tell.
well, I was down. So I was down working on a Dicom derivative, right? So no one cares. Someone online might know what that is. And my buddy at Hopkins has since become the CEO of Advent Health, which is the big health system down there.
Yep.
And they had gone through 3 CISOs in 3 years. And that's what I do. And he's just like, "Hey, you're down here?" I'm like, "Yeah," because he sponsored me to be on his board because I'm a little more blunt at work, and so he wanted people to be blunt. So I'm like, and he's like, "Stay the night. I'll put you up here, and I want to talk to you about this job that's open." I'm like, "Okay, sure." That was the wrong idea because it's the two of us together, and we started at the Irish dueling piano bar, and I don't know where we finished it. We ended up going into Harry Potter half lit, more than half lit, and got wands, and we're shooting each other with wands, and that's where my Sirius Black one comes from, obviously.
Seriously.
And we're trying to do all the things, of course.
So the wands don't do anything when you shoot them at each other. You
Depends.
drunk bastards.
It depends how much whiskey you drink, right?
Yes.
And of course, you're trying to do the effects, and you're like, "Sure, hey," this. Why isn't it working?
Or ecstasy.
Yeah. It was just hilarious, and then we had more butterbeer, and it was a disaster. But that was the best interview I've ever done in my life. I didn't take the job, obviously.
But you nailed the interview.
Oh yeah.
Got a free trip to Florida and Universal
I hear ya.
Studios. But the butterbeer.
How was that butterbeer?
That's
quite
quite
good. Say it was good.
Have you had it?
No, we just came back from Kissimmee. We were right there, but we just stayed at Margaritaville.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're literally 4 miles away.
We were just looking at Margaritaville because we're going down for a cruise and we're going a couple days early.
Don't do the cruise.
I was gonna say, yeah, don't do the cruise.
We're doing the cruise. It's already booked.
All right.
I'm sorry.
It's already happening.
It's been booked for a while.
I've never done a cruise. I've always done
what?
Never done a cruise.
Well, Royal Caribbean is leaving after 2026 out of Baltimore, but they may bring another boat up. So
I'm pretty sure they will.
Once we get a bigger bridge.
Well, they're supposed to be the cruise port out where the steel plant used to be.
Oh, really?
Okay.
So kind of get around that issue, I guess. But it's also a deeper draft out there, so they can bring in a bigger boat.
Off topic, really quick.
Sure.
So I don't know about you. I'm a person who stays up late. I actually heard the bang when the
bridge
when
it hit or crashed, because I happened to be up, and I think it was outside walking the dog, and I heard a big boom. I was like, it's like APG doing something. This is really outside the radius of what you can hear, but I wasn't surprised, because I definitely heard it. It was something definitely happened.
So for me, I wake up really early and go to work. It happened when I was on my way to work.
Shit.
Because I go to work. I remember that day I woke up early, and I work in a building that's 24/7, so I could just go in.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember I woke up at 2 something that morning, and I think it happened right around 3 a.m.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was just like, I'm not falling back asleep. I'm going to work. And when I got to work, that's when the headlines were happening. So I don't go that way. I go to the Harbor Tunnel. And then when I got to work, it was a big thing. And I was like, because at that point we didn't know if it was an attack, if it was what it was. And so there was a lot of investigation going on. And I'm just like, what the hell? And yeah, I didn't hear anything. That's pretty crazy that you heard it.
Yeah, you definitely heard the big bang.
Because we're probably 10 or 15 miles from there.
But remember, it's at night, less traffic.
Yeah,
right. It was a quiet March evening. Yeah,
you can hear it.
I've got some friends that live right down in that development right next to the bridge, and he pulled his security camera footage, and you could see the camera shake.
Shit,
when it
really.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, the new bridge will be safer.
I mean, shit, it better be. We're all going to pay for it.
Well, you hear about the thing that came out with it. Apparently the DOT came out. Federal DOT came out. It's they went to every state and said, run this formula on all these structures to see if there's a danger of something catastrophic.
They all failed.
And
probably
a bunch of states decided not to respond. And Maryland was one of the like the Bay Bridge. Okay.
Even with the expansions that they have and the other side, and
So the Bay Bridge, it's the pillars, or
yeah,
that's the problem. So it's like the mullet.
You're falling behind, dude.
We are.
we're just savoring this breakfast.
That's right.
We're just savoring.
Here, you want to hit that?
Do I want to hit it?
You want this?
No.
He's like,
I gotta work. I gotta be at work in
You're not driving.
6 hours, 7 hours. Well, that's true too. Like, yeah, if you want me to dump it out for you, I'm not gonna drink it.
I mean,
You're walking too, so I'll go rinse your glass.
I'm walking around the corner.
Adam, I can rinse yours out too.
Yeah, it's probably best just to, because that's a lot.
All right, I'm gonna duck under here like Adam was
There
doing.
you go.
All right, you guys got to keep the show rolling.
All right.
All right. Should we dance? No.
No.
We should.
Definitely not.
Come out with like a little Star Wars dance or something.
I was
All right.
actually going to bring a lightsaber. My daughter.
Ryan, that's you.
There
I don't
you
know
go.
whose this is.
I'm here.
Mine's gonna be
That's mine.
Okay, so this is Adam. Heavy Seas. Don't feel bad that we're like dumping your beer, dude.
It's just heavy. We got more beers to get to.
Well, we just have this one, but it's at 13%. There you go.
That's where you need to be.
Okay. This one's you, John.
That's mine.
What do you rank the Heavy Seas Blackbeard breakfast?
Pretty good.
I'll rank it. So, palate's a little.
Oh, these are
No, you can open it up, man.
sweet.
I bought them just for us.
The official snack of the Baltimore Brew Crew.
Dots.
The dots. Appreciate it. Thanks for the dots.
You're cleansing your palate. Okay.
White flow the dots.
It's a real refreshable.
I got to clean up my little mess here. All right.
Woohoo! Good clap. Palate cleanser.
Mm-hmm.
That's mine.
Oh,
I'm good.
Here, I don't know if you want to like.
no.
Now, see this bottle, right? Okay, so this is our third and final bottle for this evening. This is the Crooked Crab Knob Creek Barrel Aged Dark Saber. It's a barrel aged Imperial Dessert Stout. 13%. So this one's a little deadly. If you know what I mean. So
We're just gonna do a little bit.
we're gonna split this bottle, this big old puppy. 16.9 fluid ounces.
All right.
13%. Let's see what it says about this. Lush and luxurious.
Okay.
I'm doing a dramatic reading here, fellas. Full-bodied and flavorful 6-hour boil Imperial Stout aged
6
for
hour boil. Wow.
aged for 18 months
Okay.
in Knob Creek bourbon barrels and conditioned with flaked coconut, Tahitian vanilla beans, and Ecuadorian cacao.
Wow. Holy cow.
Now we
Chocolate.
used Ecuadorian cacao with our. I'm giving away our trade secrets. Our podunk porter. So that is some good cacao. But how the heck? It's like wax.
dip.
It's wax dip sealed. So you got the
It's
little
like makers.
yeah.
No, a little bit of pizzazz.
Now we'll say this dropped yesterday. So I was there at 12 when these dropped. So very limited release, and not a cheap beer. Okay, not a cheap beer at all. But hopefully it is worth it.
But it was your anniversary.
That's right. So now I need like a knife or something to get into this thing.
There you go.
There you go, buddy. Come on. Please don't slice yourself wide open on
Yeah.
on national
They're doing this
TV
way.
for our 4 viewers at home. It's gonna go viral.
Yeah, there we go. That's one way to do
So
it.
get the blowtorch. We got to cauterize them.
That's-
So Adam's got this big old pocket knife. He's got the Rambo. Woo!
That's right.
Oh, we got it though.
Good job.
All right. Look at that. That wax seal didn't have a thing on that Rambo knife.
Right. Kershaw, you can sponsor us.
With the K.
Whoa! All right, here you guys want to get a whiff of that?
That's smelling very luxe.
Yeah, that coconut. Woo! That's coming through hard.
Wow, that smells amazing.
It does. There, take a hit of that, man. Smell it. Passing around a bottle, sniffing it.
Wow, that's
All right. I'm going to try to get everyone an even pour here, but for me, like, it's funny because you're getting a little bit of the barrel, but it's the coconut. It's the coconut popping for me. Like, holy smokes.
I just want to see if it's going to carry through. I mean, it's look at that.
wow.
Right?
I don't know. I might have to go back. I want to
see
keep
it.
Yeah,
Pour it out.
Make sure everyone gets it. The legs of that are quite impressive.
Just a very little bit because I gotta.
Ryan just wants a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
That's good.
All right.
Thanks.
Well, we still got some left over.
Oh, that's good right there. I didn't even.
Yeah. But what excited me was the Knob Creek barrel aging on that.
You can definitely smell the barrel.
Yeah.
It smells
And
pretty
the chocolate
amazing.
notes.
Now,
Drunk I am.
that's funny because, yeah,
Drunk.
after the pour, I'm definitely getting more of the chocolate notes than I got from the bottle,
Yeah.
where I was getting more of the coconut.
So it opens up.
Yeah. But
I
like I
think that's
said,
the key. I think we gotta let it.
for those of you that weren't here earlier, Earl basically said, like, hey, you got to let it sit a little bit for the notes to really pop. So this has been sitting out a little bit while I've been drinking the Heavy Seas Blackbeard Breakfast. You can't just pour out the Dark Saber. It must be one in combat. This is the way. Wait, I got to share that. David, I love that comment, dude. You can't just pour out the Dark Saber. It must be one in combat. This is the way. Cheers, man. Because I know exactly where you're coming from with that comment. Because
in combat, this is.
Yeah, the Mandalorian. We're going to the Mandalorian episode, and yes, you can't just absorb. You can't wield the Dark Saber unless you've earned it. So yeah, but I'm excited by this beer. I'm also scared as heck. Oh, so you can't tell, but it's almost like syrup.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like when
there's
you're-
no light penetration.
No, it is pure jet black right there.
That is the dark
And then when
side
you
of the force
swirl
right
that
there.
around, you can kind of see the lazy and how it's just kind of like, oh, it's thick.
Fear, anger, hatred. Yep.
13%.
I'll concentrate it right in that little glass.
All right, bottoms up.
Ryan.
To the iodine.
Yeah. All right, cheers.
That's some mouthfeel.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, man.
There's a lot going on there.
Holy smoke.
Spice.
So
There's a
I
lot
haven't had
going
anything
on.
like that. So
Hot spices.
since I had Sam Adams triple block, that's
Yeah.
what that like the mouthfeel that like.
Oh.
With all the spices and stuff, and
But no,
everything
like
going
the
on.
evaporated Robitussin over the tongue. That's
Yes.
basically what you
Is
get.
it- yeah.
Like,
Oh.
slowly flow.
I got what he's saying, like how the notes are going to probably pop more with it sitting there.
Yeah.
But that is one of the thickest mouth feel, like
yeah.
heaviest beers besides the worldwide stout. Oh my gosh! Which I mean, that was like a 20%er.
It's like
Yeah.
syrup.
It does. It is almost like
My
Cold
cold's
Stone.
I
gone.
mean, there's no carbonation in it at all.
No
if you
cold
drink-
anymore.
If you drank this whole thing,
At all.
you're only having one. I guarantee you're only going to have one of these.
That's
And-
for sure.
My God,
That's
I don't.
for sure.
I wish the people at home could see the way that is just like, oh, can you see, like, if you tip your glass and just let it sit there, you'll see how it just like slowly, it's so thick,
Yeah.
just,
This reminds me of Chris Rock when he said, you're growing up and things were hurting, and
Yeah.
your mama would say, put some tussin on it. Some tussin.
They're apropos.
it's got the mouthfeel like if you just took Hershey's chocolate syrup,
Yeah.
and you just tried to drink it.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think it would be like along those lines. But you got the
Cold, my God. My cold.
Yeah, you're definitely getting like the oak from the barrels.
Cacao. I
Yeah.
can taste
Yeah.
the cacao now.
The cocoa is cacao. Is coming through a little bit more.
Not Kerchow. We're not.
I would be curious if you not let this sit as much and it was a little bit colder, maybe it wouldn't be.
Yeah. I think you're right. It wouldn't have the
I
flavor.
think
No,
it would
it
be
would
better
not.
warmer.
Warmer?
Even warmer. I don't know if I want to drink it much warmer than this.
No, I drink it warmer. I think this is a good temp.
Yeah. I just palm it. Try to warm up a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's good there.
Man,
A good brandy.
this is a sipping beer. Like
Yeah.
I don't know
To
if
be
this is-
shared.
Yes.
To be shared.
Yeah. Seriously,
It's really
like
good.
you're gonna want to share this. Like,
Share it with
that's-
friends
that's
or you're going to
shareable.
share it with the floor. And that's
Yeah.
about what it is.
So this is Crooked Credit. This was $20 a bottle, right, for the 16.9 ounce beer. Every bit, I would say, split it with 3 or 4 friends, like we have here,
Absolutely.
and then you would be good to go.
Dang.
I mean,
Wow.
whew,
I'm glad I ate a bunch of potatoes before I came over.
where are them dots at? I didn't get any.
Dots.
I need some of the dots.
We need the dots.
I'm gonna have a little dots pretzel tomorrow. I'm gonna regret this in the morning when I wake up.
I think tomorrow's we work from home.
Must be nice. Shut up. All right.
Tomorrow's
Here.
work from home.
Although my commute is longer than yours now, but it's not as many days, that's for sure.
No, I'm 40, about 45 minutes one way. No traffic.
Yeah, I'm Silver Spring now.
Hmm.
But they just opened up Dave's Hot Chicken right beside my work.
Holy snap.
Man, that is like a kryptonite of mine. I love some hot chicken.
Good chicken this is.
Well, it's Hattie B's is still better.
How do you use?
Yeah, and unfortunately, I never got to have Prince's because the original owner died in Nashville, and
There before.
even the Prince's.
Yeah.
That's like
Long time. Probably like 10, 12 years.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's I've never been there. I've been to Hattie B's a lot before Hattie B's really blew up.
We gotta finish. I'm not letting this go to waste. Who wants some more? There's still a little bit left.
I think you should put a cork in it and just wait for the next injury.
I don't have a cork. It should have came with a
Injury
cork.
or
To tussin.
That's right. Yeah, you got that flu.
And it just to get that flu, get a little tussin.
That's right.
Cured I am.
The kid's got a cold. Like, here you go.
Just
It's
tussin.
like a hot toddy.
Yeah, is your son feeling better? I gave him some tussin.
Yeah.
He's been sleeping for 16 hours straight.
Well, all right. So we got to break this down and give it a review of the Dark Saber Crooked Crab. Ryan, I think you're going to be most vocal on this one.
I mean, it's not really my style, but
Cough
it was.
syrup?
What's that?
Cough syrup?
Cough syrup. I liked it, but to your
like
point, I
micro.
think it's definitely you sit in the backyard sipping type of beer that you shouldn't
That's right.
like. This is gonna
Don't operate heavy machinery.
don't operate heavy machinery. You probably don't want to mow your grass while drinking this.
That's right.
This is more of a winter beer for me.
That's
I'm not.
right.
Absolutely.
This isn't a
I
mowing
would
the
agree with
grass
you.
beer.
Yeah, this will fit in my cup holder. So.
That's a winter beer, definitely, and something that you need to be at home.
Yeah,
And
under supervision of a
Yeah.
spouse
Yep.
and or significant other.
They should just re-release this in December and call it like Dark Santa.
That's right.
Just
There you
change
go,
it
man.
and call it Dark
Dark
Santa.
Santa.
Yeah. And then we didn't even
or
talk-
Santa's coal.
That's right. Oh,
Santa's
Play on
coal.
Santa's coal. There you go.
Dude, we didn't even break down the
Trademark
bottle
me.
art.
Santa's coal.
Yeah, there we go. Santa.
a temple of
It's
Yoda.
the Jedi temple, but it's weird.
it's
and
Yoda's temple.
But then what's that have to do with the Dark Saber? Because the Dark Saber is on it.
Lush and
And the dark saber is Mandalorian.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, yeah, the Dark Saber, it can't be wielded unless you win it in battle. And even if you do win it in battle, it's still hard to wield.
Nerds.
Yeah. But I forget, because the Mandalorian ended up with it, but
Yes.
couldn't wield it
Yeah,
like
because he wasn't
properly.
true.
Yeah. But who was the original one? I forget who was the original Dark Saber.
He was a Jedi, and I just don't remember.
I forget from the Mandalorian.
Call your buddy up.
Right? Call him
Yeah.
up.
Dave Filoni.
Dave.
Filoni.
Yeah, Dave.
You guys were in
That'd be
class
awesome.
together.
I got another guy from Pittsburgh down here, and
Bird.
his kids go to the same high school you went to, so we're
Where are you from?
John, you from Baltimore?
No, I'm actually from Brooklyn,
Yeah.
New York.
Gosh darn it! I'm the only Baltimore guy here at the Be More Brew
I
Crew.
am from
What the heck?
Brooklyn, New York. I came down
I could
here
tell
to
from the
school.
accent.
You could?
No,
No.
not at all.
No,
All
I'm from
right.
Brooklyn, New York.
So 2 Pittsburgh guys and a Brooklyn guy and a Baltimore guy.
That's right.
There you go. BBP.
Oh, we have an answer. Tar Vizsla.
There you go. Thanks, Dave.
Dave, you're the man because I'm a Star Wars nerd, but like I couldn't remember where the darks because it's been so long since I'd watched that Mandalorian, which I think was season 2.
I've known Dave for a long time, and he's had the luxury of being called out. He was at Disney with his kids, and he was getting a picture taken with, I think, with one of the Rebels or maybe the Chewbacca, and he's got a tattoo on his leg of the Empire, like disc, the Empire
logo.
symbol. Yeah, and they called him out on it. And he's like, "Sir, don't think we didn't recognize your tattoo there."
Well, I do love walking around Galaxy's Edge, though.
Oh yeah.
It's like a nerd lover's dream. Even though I think I've been to both Galaxy's Edges, the one in Disneyland and the one in MGM Studio. Well, I call it MGM because that's where it was when I worked there. But Hollywood Studios. It's called Hollywood Studios.
Hollywood
Yeah,
Studios? Okay.
That's right.
Back in the day.
Not Universal Studios. It's changed from.
Well, it's Universal separate. They don't have Star Wars.
Got it.
Yeah, they've
Disney's got Star Wars, and that's Hollywood Studios now. But
Got it.
when I worked there, it was Disney MGM Studios. So I always
Did
called
you
it.
intern there?
Yeah, I did.
My best friend Eric interned there as well.
Well,
Oh, really? At
Yeah.
Disney MGM Studios?
I can't remember
He
exactly.
did the
what
college
did. He
program.
did the college program in Disney.
That's cool.
Yep.
That was me.
Worked there for what was it like the whole semester?
Mhm.
You were there?
Yeah,
Usually
I did
it's
an extended
spring-
semester. Yep.
Yeah. Same
2001 or 2000.
Shit, maybe the same
2001.
year, 2001, because that was 99, 2000, 2001. Yeah.
Yeah, spring. That was a good year. It was fun. I did the backlot tour. That was before they built Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Mhm.
All right, Ryan, go ahead. Tell us about the beer, dude. I know.
I'm
I
going to
gotta cut you off.
go 3-5.
Oh, man. You are not a fan.
I
you're
was
out
not
of the
a fan.
order.
Sorry. I thought the can art was amazing, but it's just
It's
not
a
my
bottle.
style. Yeah.
I'm gonna not let you near any
The
young
can
ones.
art on the bottle was
Can art,
amazing.
yeah.
All right, you
Next.
gotta. We're 4 bottles deep or cans or whatever.
I'm gonna go 4-5. I think it was on par, on brand. All the notes were there. It was all for it.
Yeah.
It definitely tasted like Tussin as described. However, my knock is that it could have gave you more specific instructions on like as far as like keeping it like cold, like so as far as like us opening it, pouring it,
Right.
letting it chill.
Yeah.
So you can like get a better feel for the notes.
You gotta use the force.
That's right.
That's right.
We should came up with like a little force magic trick.
Oh,
Right.
no, we're gonna forget that for next year.
Oh wait, is Luke about to destroy the Death Star?
He is.
He's going off on his mission.
Yeah.
So yeah, this movie started. Episode 4 started a little bit earlier in the day, and so now they're about to go wipe out the Death Star.
That's right.
But yeah, so you're right because like I said, I was texting with Earl, and he was saying like, "Hey, yeah, let it breathe a little bit, let it warm up," and so that's what we did. And I'll tell you what, this is probably one of the heaviest mouthfeel beers I have ever had.
I've never had.
Usually, I get in trouble
At
when
least
it's
from the
like,
Americas that I've had.
Yeah.
holy smoke. Yeah, usually when it goes to mouthfeel and it's like, oh, medium, light, like, no, this is heavy. It's super heavy, thick.
Yeah.
I mean, it's almost so, like I said, it reminds me of the Worldwide Stout, which is like the 22%.
Damn near a port.
Have you ever had that? Have you ever had the Worldwide
I've had
Stout?
that, but
Oh,
Hey, for me, it's definitely the triple bock, which is Sam Adams 8-ounce glasses.
is that the one when they have it comes in that brass crazy?
No,
looking,
that is Utopias.
Yeah, we used to sell that at the store.
Yeah,
You get
triple
like
bock
2 of
hasn't
those
been
a
made.
year.
Triple bock hasn't been made in probably 20 years. And it's like Bach, double Bach, and this triple Bach, and it's like these cobalt blue. The glass is in it, and they had like a gold leaf label. It was crazy. And back in '94, which explained why I '95, explained why I had to go to a second round of college. We got a case.
I was a freshman in high
It was
school.
$100 for a case.
Shit.
Yeah.
Got a case.
And for an 8-ounce bottle, it was 24 8-ounces. And I mean, it was amazing. It just like this. It was the Tussin.
Yeah.
All right. There's still a little left here.
That's all you.
You want a tad bit?
I'll take a little bit.
All right. There's only a little left. I'm giving you a tad.
And your kid's feeling sick. I mean, you're gonna have some of this.
Me a tad. Here, you want to finish? There's only a little bit left. And you gave it a 4 or 5. It's look
I
at how
liked it,
thick
man.
that is.
Yeah, that's.
I liked it. You know.
No, it's delicious in a good way. Like,
Well, I actually didn't do mine. So I'm a 4.3. So
I haven't done mine either.
Yeah, so 4.3. I mean, just it's something I've been had in like since for damn near 30 years. Like a profile like this, and I really, it brings back really that flavor, that idea I had from Sam Adams from so long ago. I really remember how much I missed that, how good it really was.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is nice.
It's hard. This is so unique. It's almost hard for me to rate or evaluate.
Yeah.
Because I do enjoy the flavor profile of it. There's so much going on. It's the thickness.
Yeah.
I'm not a professional reviewer yet. So it's so hard.
Well, remember what they told us. It's kind of the eye of the beholder stuff, right?
When you age something, okay, it's funny. When you age something for 18 months,
Yeah.
do you just you're just hoping that it pops?
Yeah.
You're
At that
hoping.
point,
You're
18
hoping,
months.
and you're trying to check, kind of like how you do with wine. You get some a little bit out, look to make sure the viscosity of it's the way you want it to be.
You do your sniffers and stuff like that here, that's a just hearing the ingredient list. That's an expensive beer,
Absolutely.
and
It's $20 a bottle.
yeah,
Much bottle, yeah.
But you're also
trying to
paying-
recoup for the barrel cost.
barrels, but also
Using the barrels.
the kind of the cost of like the space it takes in the brewery.
Exactly, because it's got to sit. My question is what barrels do they use again?
Knob Creek.
So are these usually? So I know when it comes to bourbon making,
Yeah,
sometimes they get 1 or 2 pieces of the barrel and they put it within the barrel to
Yeah.
age it.
no, they're actually using the full
or is it
barrel.
actually the same barrel? Usually, I feel like it's a combination of the two, depending on what the brewery, how they're going to use it.
No, they're actually using the full barrel.
Okay.
Most of what experience, and this is just my experience, is if you're using the chips, the barrel chips.
Yes.
It's more of the home brewer.
Mhm.
So they'll get that, and basically what they do is they'll go in and they'll cut out just the inside third of that
The rib.
stay. I think it's called rib stay,
The
whatever.
ribs. Yeah.
And because the outside doesn't have any penetration at all from the whiskey, and then they'll just drop that in.
Yeah.
And if you ever go to Maryland Brewing, which is in Columbia, they have those.
Mm-hmm.
So number one, Maryland Brewing, you know where we're at. Number two, I've never tried it though, but I know people have, and it's had some very good success with it. So, but if you're doing like 5 gallons as a home brew, I mean, but if you're doing 50 gallons in a barrel,
Yeah.
But on this though, it's like I've had other beers that have been bourbon barrel aged that have more of that profile of the bourbon and the oak in them than this one does. I mean, this one definitely does still have a very nice profile, and you get that oakiness from the barrel. But
so I'll sidetrack you. So this one,
we're going back to Star Wars.
the Y-wings. All right, they have guns facing backwards. Why aren't they shooting them?
Oh, see, here you go. Theories. Gotta love Star Wars. And for those of you watching at home, may the 4th be with you.
That's right.
May the 4th.
So what 4-5, right? You said 4-5?
Yeah.
Okay. And Adam, you were what?
4.3.
my gosh, it's a great beer. I'm going 4. I'm gonna give it, dude. I'm going 4.6.
Good.
It's delicious. It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
Definitely.
they did a great job.
Yeah, the flavor, it comes together really well, but you have to be willing to take in that full mouthfeel of this thing and just realize, like, there's no way I would have been able to finish this bottle.
Yeah, no.
If it was just me opening this up, I'm not finishing this bottle by myself.
You know what I would have did with this? If I had some left, I'd fucking make some homemade ice cream.
Oh my
Oh,
god,
that's the move right there.
Ooh. Wait, these
I made some homemade ice cream with this.
Dude, what if I got you another
Chocolate.
bottle just so you could do that for us?
I'll hook you up, man.
Oh, man. Do you do homemade ice cream?
Can make it.
Let's go.
I can make
There
it.
we go. Hey Earl, we need a favor.
Oh, all right. What up, Be More Brew Crew? All right. Jose, what's up, my man? Happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Until Revenge of the 5th.
That's right. I should have saved one of those. I should have saved the Darth Malt for tomorrow.
Or 6th is the way. So
Sixth
right.
is the way.
that's right.
So, yeah, I mean, it's delicious. But, again, there's no way I would have been able to finish this.
Yeah, I hear you. That's definitely the share.
This would have been either, a share or a couple of days. I'm going to put this on the Wall of Fame, though, because it is pretty dang delicious. But,
Yeah, that's
Is that
nice.
on your wall? Where's your wall?
oh, I got rid of it. Oh, dang. No, wait. Oh, no, it's in the back.
I see.
I didn't get rid of every. That's
That
right.
Mad Elf Pro. I
Yeah.
had the Magnum bottles, the bigger ones.
Mm-hmm.
One of the perks of working at a liquor store.
Oh, that's right.
And
Yeah.
I had
So they
a
used to
bunch
be
of
lined up
those.
over there. I
Yeah.
put them back there. So I got the Siren Noir, the Founders, the main lunch, the Mad Elf Grand Cru. I love Mad Elf, and then the Bourbon
Mad Elf
Barrel
is-
Aged Mad Elf.
Yes.
And then
So you didn't get that. So did you get the Magnum when it came out? The Magnum
No.
Grand Cru.
Nope.
So you can get them. Total Wine sells them, and a couple of other stores that get them. But the Magnum bottles are bigger than this.
Yeah.
Come like that. But so many select stores will get it. I love that. You know, we got married on New Year's Eve, so every year we try to get a couple of the bottles to last us for a couple of years.
I've got
Here
one.
and there, and I'll keep it, and then we have it,
Yeah.
on New Year's Eve.
I've got right now. I've got another one of those the Bourbon Barrel Aged Mad Elves. I've got it aging.
Yeah.
Right now, I've got a Grand Cru aging, and yeah, I love Mad Elf.
Yeah.
Because we go up to Hershey a lot, so Trogue's right there next
Trogue's
door.
right there. Yeah, I went to Hershey. So we go every year to Hershey. It's been a tradition now for the last 3 years. We go the weekend before or the weekend of Halloween.
Oh, for the Dark Nights.
No one's fucking there.
Yeah.
You get to ride. Everybody gets to dress up. Kids kind of like run around.
We're
It's a
season
great
pass
time.
holders, so if you want
Oh,
some,
man,
if you want some
yeah.
discounts, I can get you some discounts. We can hit up Hershey Park
Hershey
together.
is on
Yeah.
point. And then I heard, which is really good. I like to camp. I like to fish outdoorsy.
Oh, we're camper. Adam's got an RV. I
Yeah.
like to camp.
They have a RV park, which is like across next to the Hershey.
They do,
is
but they have
the
that
school?
train line that goes right through it. That's
Yeah.
So usually
Uh,
I like to camp at Hershey Road, which is not Hershey.
Yeah,
It's down. I've
yeah.
camped at Hershey
down.
Road.
It's down the.
And they have
the
a-
way, right?
Yeah, and they have a firewood ATM.
Oh, that's awesome.
I've stayed there.
Yeah, vending machine, firewood vending machine.
How does that go? How dry is it? It goes right.
That's
up like
just nice.
Kingland?
It's, yeah,
Or
I
is
mean,
it, is it real good firewood?
it's it's bagged, it's kiln dried. It's good to go.
Okay. That's cool.
When we have some of our fire pit beer nights, man,
Because
I'll
I
invite you over
definitely
now.
smell you. I smell you across. I was like, "Who is in the firewood?" Like, I was like, "All right, now
We
I
do.
know."
We go out in the driveway. We just had one like 2 weeks
I
ago,
know.
and I put out all the beers we got.
I'm definitely doing that strawberry thing again this year because as soon as strawberries are fully in season,
We're
where
doing
I,
strawberry
where I
thing.
put the strawberries in the marshmallow fluff. toast
part
them.
of that.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Oh, that was so good. And I'm not normally a marshmallow guy, and I'm like, this is
I'm not usually a
Dang,
big
it's
marshmallow guy, but it's
just a
all good.
little bit of coating on the outside, and you toast the strawberries. The strawberries a little warm, and oh yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so I'll have to invite you over, man. You and your wife, your
Yeah,
French
sure.
wife.
My French
Right.
wife. I might make you a croque madame
Oh, very nice.
in one of those hot pockets that you
Oh,
have.
those are awesome. Yeah.
So we make croque madames in those.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I lost some
Just ham
sort
and
of-
cheese and you dip it in the egg and you put it inside and you
See,
take it out.
I've lost some sort of touch with doing that because for some reason I can't seem to do that sandwich press without like burning everything.
So the key is,
The type of beer you want.
so I use butter avocado oil and you want it on the outside
Yeah.
of the fire, not all the way in there. You want it
Yeah.
outside.
Oh, after a couple beers, I'm like, who cares?
Yeah.
Flames!
Flames.
Look at the flames.
Do you
Flames.
have a Blackstone by any chance?
I don't have a Blackstone. I've got.
I want to invest in one. That's what I kind of want for Father's Day.
So I have a bunch of so I got like
You got the green egg.
I got the green
Yeah.
egg. I got the Genesis big grill. I have a couple of charcoal grills. I have a pizza maker. What's it called?
No, that's what I want.
Do you have a pellet fed one, like a fire one?
No,
or
I have the uni. So mine
Oh,
is
the uni. Oh,
what's
those
the
are nice.
uni?
So uni has it is gas,
Mhm.
propane, or you can use wood.
Oh, you have the.
And I like them both. So I can use either or. I will tell you, if you're going to invest in it, definitely go with the gas because the fire is great. It's just
Yeah.
hard to maintain the temp. So every time you put one in, you'd probably have to use.
You mean if you use wood, it's hard to
Yeah.
maintain the temperature?
Yes, because obviously like wood is not
Because you use the
stable
pellets.
burning.
Right.
Stably burning. You got air pockets, and every time you open the door, the temp drops.
Yeah.
So you have to keep feeding it, and before you know it, you can go through like a bag of kindling because you want it to be clean,
Mhm.
Yeah.
whatever you're burning, because that soot and whatever is going to go on your food. But mostly I use only the propane. It's more consistent. It's easier. I mean,
And you don't get a weird like flavor on your pizza?
no, because it burns at the top. and
Because
it
I've been
radiates
researching
back
those
out.
recently, and I was like, the propane ones, I was like, oh, I can see where it's good to have consistent burn, but
You
then
also cook it so fast.
Yeah.
It gets so hot. So I'm saying I'm cooking anywhere with 700 to 800 degrees. 900 is too hot.
It's a
depending
couple
on-
minutes.
Not even.
Yeah.
Maybe 90 seconds if you do it right. If you get it hot enough.
can yours do the 10, 12, or
So I usually cook anywhere between 10 and 12 inches.
Mhm.
It says it can do 14, but it gets tricky with trying to
Yeah.
put it in there and rotate it
Huh,
with
right.
the peeler.
nice? Yeah, because I was just looking at them and I was like, that'd be really cool because we like to do like some homemade pizza sometimes, and
Yeah.
my son loves the brick oven pizza.
Yeah. You could do it. I mean, I've done a pizza on the green egg because I do have that was that the porcelain piece on there for the smoking.
Mhm.
You can jerry rig it and just put flour down and get it hot.
Is
And
it,
you can put
is
it
it
on
like,
there.
do you have to like flip it up or is it like.
Flip it down. So
Flip
you
it
have
down?
it both ways you can do it, depending on how you want to do it. So if I'm cooking my ribs, I
Yeah.
usually flip it up the other way, and then I have a rack in there, and I have double racks.
Okay.
So I can cook maybe 6, let me see, 3, 6, 9, maybe 6 or 9, depending on how big the racks are
So I have a
inside.
Weber grill. I haven't used that in years though. I have a gravity smoker that I use a decent amount, and
Yeah.
I'm thinking about maybe eventually upgrading that to a new one that has a pizza oven like insert, so I can just drop it in.
Yeah.
So
You can do it. I mean, it's just a lot with the Weber going back and forth.
Yeah. Well, the new Weber's Weber now actually has a griddle. So you take the grates out, they have a griddle out
Put the grill on top.
right on, because they're going against these smokers now that have these inserts and stuff like that.
Well, I'll tell you right now, Weber's the shit. I've had it for like 12 years. Like shit breaks. I send them an email, customer service. I bought this from Home Depot in 2012.
Oh yeah,
They will send you the parts.
Oh, yeah.
For free.
they've been great.
We've gone from Star Wars beers to Weber's grills.
That's right.
I blame the dark saber.
That's right. So Mustafar,
Saber.
Mustafar for pizza we go.
Lucifer.
All right, we're gonna raid your house for some homemade pizza. That's
Pizza,
gonna be
yeah.
awesome.
Or I'll bring
That's
it
right.
over. We can put it. Look, we can live stream. We can be in the front. Got the fire pit going.
Yeah, we can do a lot of stuff. That sounds
Food
awesome.
Going if you want.
Dude, I'm glad you wore your drink local shirt. That was awesome.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, he's a craft beer guy. I'm totally inviting
Oh, we can do a rib off. Green egg,
Oh.
gravity, and
3, 2, 1. Which
I don't do. I'm a strictly attempt guy. So actually, so
3, 2, 1 all day long.
I
Never fail me.
I subscribe too much to the like mad scientist barbecue. And there's this one kind of Vegas. And he looks like he loves his barbecue too. With that, I can't remember his name. And it's just I just go by temp now. So just
Temp's good. You're right.
so and
Well.
even the pork butts. So
Maybe we shouldn't give away our secrets and have a rib off. I like that idea though.
all right.
But I don't want to give away the secrets, and then we just have like no one knows who did what. It's a blind taste
blind
test.
rib off.
That's right. Then we just take them out, and we'll do a whole Be More Brew Crew event. We'll just have them we'll do a fire pit out
Yeah, we
in the
can do that.
driveway, and then we'll be like, here's some ribs. You got to rate them.
There you go.
And you can bring yours over. I'll have
What's
mine.
left
ready
of
to
mine?
go.
Yeah, you know which one's mine? 'Cause I have like 4 ribs left.
Well,
My
no,
son
you
gets
can't
old.
eat them until you're with us. So
It's not me. It's the child.
The child.
Yes.
The child.
It's the child. Yes.
your child got
Bring
my
me the
child in
child.
trouble.
Yes. Yes, he did.
All right, we're not going to bring that up. Our kids go to school together, and something happened on Friday, and it's all good.
He's better now. So
That's good.
he's learned his lesson.
Good discipline. This is.
Yes. Control. You must learn control.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna have a good time. John, thank you for coming down here
Yeah,
tonight,
that's
man.
good. Great.
No problem.
It's nice because you're, like I said, we got usually neighbor James. He's right next door. He's a cool
Yeah, James is pretty cool.
dude. Have you met James before?
I've met him before. I've watched his kids
so
go
nice.
off to college every couple of years. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, I know who's going to college. I know who's going to
James
college.
is OG
I'm old.
Brew Crew.
Yep.
And then you're right around the corner. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say technically you're 4 doors down. Is that about right? Because if you count 1, 2, and then 3, 4.
3. I'm 3 doors down.
Oh, it's like the band.
I didn't think you were on the corner. I thought you were the next one
yeah,
over.
so yeah, that's James. Okay, so 1, 2,
1, 2, and then
I'm
3,
on the
4.
Yeah,
That's
you're
how I'm
right,
counting
yeah.
4 doors down. So I've never given away my address on here, so no one knows when I see you're 4 doors
Yeah.
down. It's fine.
Oh man.
And Adam, you're pretty local too. But
Yeah.
you're a little bit further. You're like a couple hundred houses away.
Yeah.
Couple
I'm
hundred.
close to the school, so
Yeah.
I'm up Honeygo.
Gotcha.
So
Close enough, but far enough.
yeah.
We're all good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we're done talking about the beers. We've rated them all. So we'll just do a quick little recap, though. We had the Crooked Crab Nobi. That was the first beer that we reviewed here tonight, and that one was tremendous. It gave us a lot of citrus on the nose, but then when we drank it, it was a little more of the New England style.
Yeah.
Maybe like a little bit more bitter.
Yeah.
We
Still
thought
good.
with the
There,
citrus. We
still
thought it was
good.
going to be more citrusy, but then it was a lot more like the bitterness.
Yeah. But it still was good.
It was good,
Yeah.
and it was a couple good scores. It was probably the lowest reviewed of the 3.
Yeah, probably.
but it was still a good beer.
Yeah.
So there was that one. Then we hit up the Darth Malt, the Czech Dark Lager,
Yes.
which was, in my opinion, I absolutely loved it.
Yes.
So did I, because
It was the chocolatey malt notes.
chocolatey notes for me.
It was
did
consistent. The nose and the everything was consistent about this beer.
It was very good too. I really did like that one.
Yeah, this was a fantastic beer.
Yes.
Then we had to wait a minute.
Yeah.
We had to wait a minute.
We did some Blackbeard's Breakfast by Heavy
Also
Seas.
known as the breakfast nook.
That's right.
Yeah, because for those of you that don't know, if you have a bottle of this Dark Saber from Crooked Crab from the drop yesterday, this thing is going to kick your ass.
Yeah,
that's right.
And you got to let it sit. So, yeah, like I said, Earl over there said, hey, let it sit. You'll get the nose pop a little bit. And then if you want some cough syrup, you're going to pick up a bottle of the Dark Saber.
Definitely.
And for those, we started with 4, and Ryan's gone now. So now there's just 3. So Ryan, I don't know, about 20 minutes ago. That's right. He did. Ryan used to have a boat. We used to go out on the boat all the time. I miss Ryan's boat.
Where'd you guys used to launch from?
He lives over at Marshy Point.
Ooh,
Do you know where Marshy
off
Point
of
Nature
there.
Center is?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to give away.
That's
where he
right.
lives.
Listen, I mean,
But, okay, so if you go into Marshy Point, there's like you go off to the left, and that's where the nature center is.
yeah.
Then there's a bar that's like it's a private resident. That's where Ryan lives. You got to enter the code and
Gotcha,
go back.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I think
And
I
so-
know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and so he lives back there. He's got his own like dock and
in the way
everything.
back.
It's a beautiful
Yeah.
spot. So we ever go back there, he like bonfires on the beach and everything.
nice.
And, yeah, Ryan's an awesome dude. I've
Sounds like a
known
good
Ryan for
rib
long
off
time.
location.
Yeah,
Sweet.
for the
Uh,
but then you'd have to give everyone his
so
code.
hold up, wait. So if you do the rib off, you have to kind of be close because we need our.
We need the
device
same
to
kind
be
of ribs
to save. I think the ribs need to be bought from the same area or the same
at the
store
same time.
At the same time.
Let's
Yeah.
go for Costco. Get three ribs.
Gotta go to So here's a question: Costco or BJ's?
I go to BJ's. 'cause
Yeah, I
it's
go to
right
BJ's.
there.
I go to both.
I go to Costco.
I go to both. I'm gonna be honest. with you.
Aldi's actually has really good ribs.
I have had the Aldi ribs. They're a little babyish.
Mhm.
They're very small. I like
They're
them a little bit bigger.
Yeah. So do
They
you babies or
use-
do St. Louis?
I do both.
Yeah, I'm more of a St. Louis guy, but I do both.
I will do both. It depends on what the crowd likes.
Yeah.
Because
I'm a both
that's how I
guys.
am. That was my question I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
You know, are
I
you
prefer
a
the- I
wet
prefer St.
meat,
Louis.
wet or neat rib eater.
Either.
I'm a both guy.
Yeah, I eat them all. He's like, love they getting cooked.
Yeah,
I'm on
I'm
it.
a both guy. Any kind of rib. I don't care if it's like the country style rib with the
Beef or pork. You know,
Yeah.
that's another thing
Oh, yeah.
too.
Yeah, I've only made beef ribs a couple of times. I haven't made the true dinosaur ribs, which kind of disappoints me. But I do want to do this year. I want to make the full prime rib on the smoker.
Oh, I do that all the time. So I do that every year for Christmas Eve.
Yeah,
I have everybody come over. The prime rib, cut it, dress it, make it,
make a horseradish sauce or
do all that. It's been a tradition since I've
come
met
fresh. Horseradish.
since I've met my wife and her family. Like, so it's just like, because you know, it's for us, it's just like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
You know, having like big dinner, everybody comes over, sleep over. You know,
Oh yeah.
Now that's your
Yeah, that-
tradition.
we do that every year, especially after our parents moved from Ellicott City.
Yeah.
Like now
was-
we're the host house, so everybody got older.
I took a prime rib up to Jersey, bone in, and I took the bones off, seasoned it up, tied it back on, and then I slathered it in an herb butter.
Yep.
Completely put it in, and of course, it's Jersey. And my
I'm a foodie, dude.
my wife's
Foodie.
grandmother, she's like she's like loving it. But I have a picture of mine. I'll have to show. I'll show you after we're done filming. But my nephew's like,
Yeah.
going to town. He's like rib bones. He's like,
I feel like it's the right of the cooker or the person who cooked them to keep the ribs.
yeah.
I usually cut them off, and I'm like, hey, these are mine.
I
for the next
don't
day.
go against Sicilians. With my grandmother, my wife's grandmother's Sicilian, so I don't go against that one. And she's a great cook herself. So Christmas is always Italian, and then Easter is the other side of her family, which is Polish.
Yeah.
And that was the first holiday I was at the house before we were married, and it was kichkis, the blood sausage.
I've heard of it, never had it.
So they put it in front of me, like, oh, let's see how he
reacts.
he's one of us or not. And little did they know, my grandmother had it. From my Prussian side of my family, we had it, and I'm like, oh, this is fine. And like, oh, okay, well, I guess he's gonna be. Can't intimidate this guy. I'm like, all right.
Gotcha.
Meanwhile, my Christmas Eve tradition, which we've been doing for 10 years,
There you go. Yep.
and I'm sorry, like
15.
I'm jealous of yours. We go to Chili's.
You go to Chili's?
We go to church,
Oh,
and then we go
I
to
got one for
Chili's.
you.
It's like the weirdest thing. We go to
Yeah,
Chili's.
It is the funniest thing. So the next day is Christmas Day. Guess what we get?
What?
Chinese.
Chinese food for Christmas.
Rah, 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 rah.
I
We
mean,
go Chinese.
that's pretty cool.
Ain't nothing wrong with
The
that.
next day, because I'm busting ass. We're gonna have some great meats.
Mhm.
Our sides are gonna be great. I make sure that we have beers. We obviously have the Grand Cru. I usually have that on deck.
Yep.
Right?
I have
that.
The Grand Cru is my Christmas Day beer. Like,
Yep.
Oh, Adam's showing us a picture.
Okay, that looks great.
This is April 20th.
Is that a 20-inch cast?
No, it's just the 12th.
12?
No, that was Easter this year. So
Yeah, you guys will get along great, Adam. That's how Adam and I became friends. We met at a Halloween, our mutual friend's Halloween party, and we started talking about smoking meat and stuff, and then beers.
Yeah.
And then
And
Sean,
so I was like-
Sean tried to get me hooked up with his friend, so it's okay. That was
All right,
hilarious.
so okay,
That was
so
hilarious. You got
at this Halloween party,
You couldn't see my hand. My
Yeah.
ring.
and he tells me he's like, "Oh, I'm a single dad this weekend," and so I'm like, "Oh, he's a single dad." Or whatever. And then there was another woman there who I don't want to give her name out, but I knew she was single
Very
and
good
she was very nice person, and she was looking for a guy. I'm like, hey, you're single. He's single, and I'm sitting there trying to hook him up at this Halloween party. There was beer flowing that night. It was a lot of liquor. I'll get you an invite to that Halloween party. It's a banging Halloween party. And I'm sitting there trying to hook him up. Meanwhile, Adam's been married for years, and he was just joking around because his wife was out of town.
Well, I was a single dad for the weekend.
Yeah, because he had his kids. I'm sitting there trying to hook him up with mom. Oh my gosh.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that looks good. That's a big boy. It was like
We were all a
6
bunch of foodies.
seven, 8 pounder.
Yeah,
Cause you got 3 or 4 ribs in there. Where'd you get that meat
that was
from?
my nephew.
Have you ever smoked a turkey for Thanksgiving?
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah.
Did you? No, that's not spatchcocked.
No,
spatchcock
I
mine,
I don't spatchcock my turkey, and the only reason why is just I love to keep the juice in, and I like to stuff it, and I have a whole process that's stuffed.
I did a
It's
spatchcock
here. It's
turkey
here on
last
my
year. It was
grill just for
banging.
a second. But that was the grill over there on the other side. But yeah, like I smoke it religiously. Like it comes out
Oh,
great.
it's so good. Oh
And
my
then,
gosh.
So what I do is
That's
at the end, that last hour.
So
My phone is capturing. I can't show you any pictures of my turkeys.
no secret.
All right, so our beer stream is turning into a foodie channel, but hey, maybe we should start a new thing. We'll call it like the Be More Food Crew or something. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And these are like the pizzas that I make in there.
All right.
That's what
We gotta have a pizza night, man.
I go camping. Like I make pizzas and
Our friends do that. They've got one too, but I don't know what kind they've got. But
that's in Denton. And these are like places I go like fishing and
oh, very cool. Now I don't
Denton.
fish that much, but I love camping and I love
Yeah, I like
hammock camping. So
I've
that's
done the
that's my
hammock
jam.
camping. I use a 1-man tent
Mhm.
from Camp Right.
Okay.
Been using that for about 8 or 9 years. I just hate having a big tent
Mhm.
because I'm only in there for
I've got a big
go
tent.
run in the
but-
morning, and even when I go to campsite, get up, run.
Dude, we should do some runs together. Do you run around here? I've got a couple like routes that are like scoped out for different distances.
My wife and I will do the walking around, whatever.
Yeah, my wife and I, we walk around here too.
Yeah, I see around.
We try to like once a year. You'll always see us like once a evening. We try to go for a
Yeah.
walk if the weather's nice.
The weekends we hit it up. Saturdays and Sundays, we definitely hit it up.
Awesome. Well, dude,
What
Adam
happened?
just I think he went to the. I guess it's good. Then we'll wrap this up because like we're done talking about the beer. We've been done talking about beer for a while. So anyway, Cookie Crab, you knocked it out of the park this year. We're gonna wrap this up. To the 6 people watching, say hi to John. He's awesome.
Hey,
So we got neighbor John. You got to come up with a
we'll come up with something.
because we got neighbor James. We can't reuse the whole
Neighbor
neighbor
James.
thing. That's neighbor James, but you know you got to come up with a
Gotta
cool
figure
name.
out something. Let me
Adam, Adam's last name is John.
Ah,
So I call him Adam with the guy with the 2 first names, John. That's his name, and then yours is John. So just John.
yeah,
No,
John
I'm
for
just kidding.
now.
No way.
John for now.
John for now. I'll take it. All right, dude. We're gonna sign off, and then we'll keep chatting. But yeah, we're done with our Star Wars beers. May the 4th be with you, everybody.
The 4th.
Cheers. I would say the only one that's got beer left was Ryan. Ryan took off without finishing the last bit of his cough syrup. All right, peace out, everyone. I'm gonna end this. I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.